That's like, your PlayStation codes, those quick hacks like R1, R2, circle, circle, X, square, triangle, L1, L2, unlimited money cheat code for extra kick drum punch. That's what that is. Pro mastering techniques that make it way too easy to pull a good sound. The first one we're going to be in iZotope Ozone 11. This is something I learned from Bill Podolak, the product manager, during the beta testing for this. It was a part of the product demonstration when they were bringing in the transient sustain module to each of the modules. Now, this sustain module is super powerful. I've got Exciter up, and what we're going to do is we're going to saturate the sustain portion of the signal. Before I actually do that, let's actually have a listen to this signal and explain exactly how we're trying to shift the tone of this mix. Okay, this is a beautifully dynamic mix, as in there's good punch in the kick, there's good depth where the vocal is, but this is an EDM track and I want things to be forward and in the face, especially in the sustain portion. The problem is if I compress, that kick is going to duck a lot of the energy. We're going to lose a lot of that punch and transient, and we don't want that. So a little sneak around here is if we get the sustain portion and we saturate everything but the subs. Okay, we're going to saturate everything but the subs. So first, let's do this in order or in sequence. So we've got Exciter, we're in transient sustain mode, we're in the sustain portion. We want to solo this band here so we can figure out how much of the body we want to keep in. We don't want to go too low into the subs because then it's just going to become a bit flabby and congested. We don't want to go too high because then it's going to sound thin. So we're just monitoring the band. We're going to saturate first. And what we're going to do now is going to monitor the delta signal, drive up the saturation, and then find a mode. And typically with this Exciter, I tend to go for modes which don't have too much top end coming through on the saturation model. So let's have a listen to that. You know what? That's actually really funny. As warm as the dual triode is and the tubes are, the tape has a really nice presence to it. And I'm interested to hear how that will sound in an AB. I reckon the tape might be the one that helps bring that sustain information forward. Remember at the start I said it's an EDM track, it's a dance track. We want that energy to be up in the face of the listener. Are you going home? I really love the aggression it gives those synths. Beautiful, beautiful. I really, really, really like that. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to save this. Going to go new, and this is going to be Exciter preset for newsletter subscribers. Wow, what a good segue was that, saving that preset. You know who's going to find that preset? The people who are subscribed to the best newsletter for working audio professionals. My newsletter. There's no affiliate links there. There's no spam. I've sent 21 newsletters in the last 14 months to over 1,000 members, and it's got 177 5-star reviews because it is value, value, value. So what that means is you're going to go down in the link in the description, subscribe to the newsletter. It's free, and I'll send you the presets every week, not every week, but every week, every second week, when I've got something going on that I think is worth going into your inbox, guess what happens? I write an email and I share it with you guys. So go check that out and we'll jump on to the next tip. The next one, again, is another saturation technique. We're in Michelangelo. We're not going to do any of the advanced controls. It is something as simple as just holding shift and then bringing this up to 0.47. Okay, and I'll show you why that's magical. Okay, here it is here on Tone Projects, 0.47. Okay, I don't know why. We're going to the Hammerstein graph and look at the third order harmonics that get plotted. This beautiful third order harmonic in the subs. It adds this nice weight to whatever's there. I'm going to level match this and have a listen. Whenever I just need a little bit more warmth in the subs, a bit more roundness, a bit more depth, that's all I need to do. That's super easy. Let's just loop a kick drum and you can hear it straight away. You can hear it. It's just shifted that tone. It's made it a bit darker. Maybe this track doesn't need to be any darker. It's quite warm as a mix just to begin with. However, that's just a little thing, a little trick. Whenever you want to make something a bit thicker, a bit warmer, a bit darker, 0.47 Michelangelo. I don't know why. I just started doing this when I was testing it and it's stuck in my workflow. So if you want to get a kick drum punching, this is slightly a little bit technical, but if you get it right, you can make a kick drum as punchy as you want in mastering. So we're going to go into iZotope RX 10. We're going to just put this into the spectrogram mode. And what we're going to aim to find is where is the knock end of this kick drum, okay? So where's that initial transient, okay? So we've got that initial transient is being triggered. If we look on that vertical here, between 200 and 600 hertz, that's where the sharpest knock is, and then the tail expands out. Well, what happens if we can get this sharp knock here to boost some of the frequencies in the subs below it at the same time? We're going to get a good thump out of this, like a really good thump. So what we're going to do is, so remember 200 to 600 and then 200 down to 35 hertz. Okay, so we're going to go 35 hertz to 200 is what we're going to aim to be expanding. Okay, we're going to be expanding that. We're going to have a very hard ratio, very hard knee, very hard attack, very hard release. But we're not going to expand from those frequencies because those frequencies happen after the initial transient. We want to figure out everything that comes on the transient as the trigger. So we're going to have a free sidechain signal here. We can audition this, and based on that spectrogram, 200 to 600 hertz, there should be a pretty sharp knock there. Let's have a listen. Not really. That's actually not very good at all for us. We need to find where that knock is. So let's actually find it. I think it's just a bit too wide. That's good. I like that. So we're going to bring this band 1 threshold. So it's just getting triggered when it goes over. Beautiful. Now we can get out of audition. We'll have a bit of look ahead so we can anticipate it coming and listen to how this just makes the low end pop. Come on. That is just like, that is a cheat. That is a absolute, that's like, you know, your PlayStation codes, those quick hacks like R1, R2, circle, circle, X, square, triangle, L1, L2, unlimited money cheat code for extra kick drum punch. That's what that is. With that, remember, I'm going to give these presets out to anybody who's a member and subscribed to the newsletter. It's a free newsletter. It's the best one there is out there for mixing and mastering engineers because I don't do any of this affiliate stuff. There's no payola. Nobody's paying me to say anything, the things I need to say in that newsletter. It's purely sponsored by the House of Panorama, which is just sharing what I love, doing mixing and mastering. And with that, I'll leave you to it. And until next time, take care.